at point B and just took a little pause. Hi, Courtney. And y'all know what I was thinking about during my meditation this morning? Can y'all hear me? I hope y'all can, because this truck just pulled up right here because that's what he wanted to do. And so I was thinking about something in my meditation this morning, but then I also been thinking about it while I've been on the road driving. I was thinking about, let me look at my notes because y'all know I had to write everything down. Hey, Brother Brandon. Listen, y'all. Listen. I was thinking about how inside our suffering, we find a way to look at pain in a very different way. So just think about that for a second. Inside, experiences where you've experienced some suffering, we find a way to look at pain in a very different way. Like we just experience it in a different way. And sometimes it's almost like people have to go through pain or go through some form of suffering to be able to have compassion and love. Just as compassion and this abiding love and sincere care for other people. And y'all, I was thinking about that because I was thinking about how, and I observe people that find joy and kind of entertainment in other people's suffering. Y'all get what I'm saying? What's up, Leona? Y'all get what I'm saying? Oh, Lee, you will be able to connect to this because I'm talking about how people can find joy or entertainment in another suffering. And it just kind of like blows my mind sometimes how an individual can actually find entertainment in the process of somebody else suffering. And then I think about like how like where is your heart if you can find that, right? So this morning I was thinking about if you can find joy or entertainment in another suffering, then perhaps you are wounded, or perhaps you are traumatized, or you're suffering yourself to be able to find joy or pain in another person's suffering and to like make jokes of it. And I know everybody's tired of the situation of Will and Jada, but let me talk a little bit about the brain right there first, y'all. Let me bring up the brain and how like why just in our culture people go from this thing to this thing to this thing. It's almost like whatever the new hot topic is, that's what people are jumping to. And y'all know what that at the root of that? One, at the root of that is just our society that's always on this just constant change society. I mean, you see it in the TV when we watch the TV. We flash from this to this to this to this. So consistency is leaving us. Like this long attention span is leaving us as a society, okay? So then that also shows up in what we see as like, 1 minute is this, 1 minute it was the kids in the cages, then it was this, then it's Black Lives Matter, and now we on the Will and Jada, and then we'll be on to this person or be on to this group of people and to be on to this. So on one hand, it's this lack of ability to just stay focused and stay consistent and committed to something. And then on the other hand, it is this situation where all of us are under stress right now. So when the brain is, the stress response is activated, it's almost like we're looking for something, some entertainment or something to just distract us from the pain that we're all feeling right now. Do y'all get what I'm saying? So all of us are under some form of stress. What do we have? We have a pandemic. We have the situation with almost like another civil rights movement happening, right? So it's almost like we're just looking for things to take us away for a little bit. And y'all know the brain needs that. The brain needs those intermissions and those pauses. So for example, I was thinking about how, y'all know Lecrae's song, and I brought this up before, but I love Lecrae and his music, but this one line always captures me. He said, rich man need a vacation, take a plane, poor man need a vacation, Mary Jane. So he's talking about how like we all need that kind of getaway. And so we're all under this intense stress right now, right? I see what you're saying, Brandon, about people need to focus on the cops that killed Breonna Taylor. And I think all of us need to focus on actions of civil rights and injustices. But I think a lot of times people it's kind of like they want a little getaway and then they go visit other people's stories or their situations as kind of entertainment or kind of like a relief from these intense emotions. So for example, the situation with Will and Jada and how people can like make a joke about that or watch it with this intention of like being critical of it as if you haven't had your own suffering, right? And then just to, I don't know, I just don't understand that. Like how you can be that wounded where you can look at another person's or people's situation and then one, judge it. I don't know how we can judge anything, because y'all know we all done had situations that seem, and we can call it, what does she call it, entanglement? And now everybody's joking about it. Everybody's been in a situation, y'all. All of us have been in entanglements or things that we're part of. I say this to my students sometimes. I say, have you ever been like something has a grip or a hold on you and you can't shake it, and you want to shake it but you just can't shake it? Can y'all agree with that? Have you ever just been in a situation or made a choice or been in a tough place where you wish you could shake it or you wish you could change it and you just can't? Right, y'all? Right? So that's what we're gonna do for our breath today, y'all. For our breath today, I want to take us to a place to be able to have compassion and just kindness and consideration, and then also sending peace to others. Because y'all know what? When we focus on people in a negative way, or when we find joy or entertainment in another person's suffering, y'all know what you're doing? You're only stifling your own creativity. Y'all get what I'm saying? You're only stifling yourself. It's almost like when you're wounded and you find joy and entertainment in other people's suffering, it's like you're wounded, or you have a limp in your spirit. Y'all get what I'm saying? This woundedness and this traumatized self can tend to just focus and look at the wrong thing. So let's move like to this place of away from looking at the wrong thing by first going in. Y'all hear me say that all the time. Go in before you come out. So let's practice that in our breath today, y'all. So this is what I was going to invite us to do. I want you to just find a comfortable position, right? So just everybody find yourself seated in a comfortable way, right? And then if you want to close your eyes or keep them open, like do this for yourself. Do this for you. You're even welcome to place your hand on your heart, right? So come visit you. Every time you want to go and be critical of somebody else or have judgment of somebody else, or be like, I don't know why she doing that, or I can't believe he did that, or I know they've been doing it. Like every time you want to do that, instead of looking at them, go look at yourself, right? So everybody just place your hand on your heart. Place your hand on your heart. And that's really what we got to do, is go sit with ourselves and look at our wounded selves. Look at those places where we have a limp on our soul, right? So everybody, you can close your eyes or keep them open, but here's where I want you to visit. So I want you to sit there, and with your eyes open and closed, I want you to sit with a struggle or something in your life that has created suffering. So everybody, close your eyes or with them open. I want you to take your mind and your emotions to that place. So sit in a place that you've struggled with. Like go back to that place, or go back to that space that has created suffering for you, okay? And I want you to sit there with it. And I want you to notice yourself sitting in that space, right? First of all, notice that if you could be doing better at that time, you would have been doing better, right? Notice that you might be caught up in something that you wish you weren't, but that's just where you are right now, okay? So everybody just keep noticing. And then I want you to notice what emotion you feel there, right? Keep your breath with you, so keep breathing in and out. So notice the emotion that you feel right there. And then, this might take you closing your eyes, but I want you to see yourself noticing you and allow yourself to essentially step outside of you, right? So see yourself outside of you, and then looking at you, I want you to notice your face. I want you to notice the feeling that's on your face. And I want you to notice your body. Notice the posturing. Perhaps you're slumped over and your head is down. Because the body doesn't lie. The body tells you. So notice that. And then in this suffering, y'all, that you are sitting in, or this struggle that you have had, can you see yourself? Can you look at you and see yourself as a close friend, or perhaps a loved one, or perhaps a child? Can you see you that way? And then sitting with that friend, that is you, sitting with you, what would you say to you? Would you say, I told you so, or you knew better? I doubt it. I think that each of us would probably place a hand on the heart, or place our hand on that friend's hand, or perhaps their shoulder. So everybody keeps sitting with you. And I want to remind you all that we all have been through tough times. We've all struggled. We've all experienced some suffering or even some entanglements, whatever you want to call them. But perhaps we can release this human capacity, right? We're these spiritual beings having these human experiences, as my girl Alexis Fumi said today. Perhaps we can release that human capacity to actually be critical or find joy or entertainment in another human suffering. So everybody take a breath in and then breathe out. Go ahead and open your eyes, not close them, y'all. Chuck, you got your eyes open? So y'all, that's what I was thinking about today. And I've always been that way. Do y'all remember when Osama bin Laden was murdered? And do y'all remember like people dancing in the streets celebrating his death? And just the experience of that, y'all, it just kind of like, it just like gripped me, because I thought just the condition of the human mind, the human brain, and the infantile mind to celebrate another person's loss, to celebrate another death, another human's death, or another human's suffering. Y'all, like think about the mind at that point, where your mind is to be able to do that, right? So that's really, I guess that's all I really have to say today, because it's just really, I mean, I understand the brain. I understand what's happening, that we need these experiences of entertainment. But y'all, let's not find entertainment in another person's suffering. And then that's the sad part. Like, you see these people, and if we talk about Will and Jada, you see these people that's been straight rocking it, just been killing it in life with their acting careers, singing with their babies. They've been killing it. And then people just focus on the shortcomings. Right, y'all? Like, people just focus on the shortcomings. You see them killing it, rocking it out in life, like living their dreams, but everybody just want to focus on their shortcomings. To me, that's a reflection of what's in your heart, the woundedness in your heart, or the limp in your soul, right? Alexa, what you say? Oh, my mama told me recently that when she looks at me, I'm that baby shit. Girl, I do the same thing with my babies. Always just look at them and just see that baby. But what if we just step back and look at, when we criticize somebody, that's some mama's baby. That's some mama's baby that's then probably went through something. To be able to look at Jada and criticize her, it's like, no, sis, I can't criticize you, because I didn't have my own situations where I made choices that I wish I wouldn't have made, or I get caught up in something, in some feelings, in some conversations that I wish I hadn't have done. And then on the other side of things, it doesn't feel good to talk about them, but right? Y'all know how healing requires recognition. So that's just out here trying to heal, and everybody out here making a joke of it. Like, I just don't get it, y'all. You get what I'm saying? All of us didn't struggle. And that's all I'm gonna say, y'all, because I keep going on forever and ever about it, right? So all I'm saying is, go look at your own heart. Go sit with you during that time. And the moment you're ready to like point a finger and say, oh, she knows she should have, oh, he know he, go just put your hand on your heart and say, just say, because that's really what we need to do, is call back to ourselves and say, because y'all know, if everything we did wrong was written on our face, I bet all of us would be walking around like this, right? All of our poor choices, wouldn't we be walking around like this? So when you ready to criticize again, just place your hand here and say, Y'all hear me? All right, y'all, I got to get back on the road from point A to point B. And y'all just keep your hands on your heart. There's a softening that happens when we do that, right? Keep your hand right here. Keep your heart soft. All right? All right, y'all.